Hello, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for 24 chapters of Luke in 24 days. Today we're in chapter 19, and again today I'm going to read out of the Quick Scan edition. And this is the edition of the Bible that we're going to use when we start our daily Bible bits at the first of the year. Again, I have to stress this Bible, the way they break it up in the Quick Scan edition, is not for study purposes, not for exegesis, and not that you want to dissect the entire Bible and go line by line. But what this Bible does, or this edition, is that it gives you the context. This is the Living Bible edition. Again, I shared that Rod Parsley had done the King James version of the Quick Scan Bible a few years ago, and I have that version too. But because we're doing the daily Bible bites, where we just want you to get a little chunk of the Bible and be able to start your day right, we're going to use the Living Bible Quick Scan edition. And what we'll do with the daily Bible bites is that we'll read a chapter a day in the Quick Scan edition, and we will do that in chronological order so that you can better put into your mind's eye how and when all of these events in the Bible took place. So let's jump right into chapter 19. A man named Zacchaeus, one of the most influential Jews in the tax collecting business and a very rich man, tried to get a look at Jesus, but he was too short. So he climbed into a sycamore tree. When Jesus came, he looked up at Zacchaeus and called him by name. Zacchaeus, come down, for I'm going to be a guest in your home. Zacchaeus climbed down, but the crowds were displeased. He had gone to be the guest of a notorious sinner. Meanwhile, Zacchaeus said, I will give half my wealth to the poor, and if I have overcharged anyone, I will penalize myself by giving him back 4 times as much. Jesus told him, salvation has come to this home today, and I, the Messiah, have come to save souls as his. And he told a story. A nobleman was called away to the distant capital to be crowned king. He called together 10 assistants and gave them each $2,000 to invest. Upon his return, he called in the men to find out what their profits were. The first man reported gain, 10 times the original amount. Fine, the king exclaimed. You have been faithful with the little. You shall be governor of 10 cities. The next man also reported a gain, 5 times. All right, his master said, you can be governor over 5 cities. But the third man brought back the money he had started with. He said, because I was afraid, for you are a hard man. You are vile and wicked, slave, the king roared. Then why didn't you deposit the money? I could at least get some interest on it. Take the money from him and give it to the man who earned the most. Those who have get more. And these who revolted, bring them in and execute them. For they came to the Mount of Olives. He sent 2 disciples with instructions to go to the next village and look for a colt. Untie him, Jesus said, and bring him here. And if anyone asks, what are you doing? Just say the Lord needs him. So they brought the colt and threw clothing across its back for Jesus to sit on. Then the crowd spread their robes along the road. The whole procession began, praising God for all the wonderful miracles. But some of the Pharisees said, rebuke your followers. He replied, if they keep quiet, the stones will burst into cheers. But as they came closer to Jerusalem, he began to cry, eternal peace was within your reach, and now it's too late. Your enemies will encircle you and crush you to the ground, and will not leave one stone upon another, for you have rejected God. Then he entered the temple and began to drive out the merchants, saying, my temple is a place of prayer, but you have turned it into a den of thieves. After that, the chief priests were trying to find some way to get rid of him. And that's our reading for today. That's chapter 19. We need to always remember to be obedient to our master. And our master is our King Jesus. Amen. Our God who sits in heaven. Amen. We have to be obedient to him. And when we are obedient to him, we will always see a return on our investment in him. Amen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Give God some praise and some worship and some glory today because he deserves it. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's the beginning and the end. And through him, all things are possible. Thanks so much. Tune in again tomorrow for chapter 20 of the book of Luke. where we continue 24 chapters of Luke in 24 days. We'll finish up on Christmas Eve, and we do hope that evening you will join us for Christmas Eve service over on our website, www.dltmoreministries.com. The link is below. Take care. Bye-bye.